Good morning, this is Embedded System D3102. Course outcome, students will be able to select the relevant microcontrollers for various industrial applications. Students will be able to use embedded C programming language to maintain embedded systems. Students will be able to interpret the communication standards for embedded systems. Students will be able to develop basic applications of embedded systems. Students will be able to interpret features of real-time operating systems. So in the embedded systems, what we have adopted the strategy was we have discussed the programs of 8051 in embedded C, and parallelly we have discussed the searching where website is there for Keil Macrovision software package, downloading, installation, various menus, help, how to use it, how to program it. So without hardware, how to check on the simulation. And parallelly, we have done the discussion on the programs, and we have understood how to use the simulation. And then we have simulated quite lot of programs which we have discussed. Some programs are remaining to discuss as well as to simulate on the software. So till now we are at this stage where many programs we have discussed as well as those discussed the program we have simulated also. Okay. So this is the program to blink the pins high and low forever. So we are blinking, writing the program that can blink the port pin. Any port, suppose P1, we send 0, we send 1. When 0 is there, output is 0. When FF is there, output is 1 for each IO line. There are 8 IO lines on the port P1. All 4 ports are there, P0, P1, P2, P3. All are having 8 IO lines each. Total 32 IO lines. And it should appear, it should happen forever. Means infinite loop should be there. So two types of the infinite loops you have checked. One is for semicolon semicolon, and second is while one. Okay, so second is while one. So first two programs are same, but forever loop, infinite loop are different. That is for semicolon semicolon and while one. These are the infinite loops or forever loops. So the structure of the program is hash include reg51.h, less than greater than is used to enclose the reg51.h header file inclusion. Then void main void, and it will have the curly brace opening and curly brace closing. This will define the block of the program, block of the instructions under void. Okay, what happens to and this is the block which is under the main void main void. Okay, so, which is enclosed by opening curly brace and closing curly brace, opening curly bracket and closing curly. So this is a block of instructions, commands, block of program for main. Then under the main program we have to define variables if any, and the main program is to be always infinite loop. So, and it is asked also for infinite forever loop is required. So it will execute forever. So while one is there, and we have to define again the block of instructions for while one. So if we are putting opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket, so the block within those opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket will become a block of program, and this will be associated with the while, because immediately after without semicolon while without semicolon at the end will get connected with next instruction. Next instruction will be part of while. So if the curly bracket is there, next block of instruction is part of while. So this block is executed while forever. So this block is executed forever. So this block has 4 commands. P1 equal to 0x00. All the port pins are assigned 00. Then for x equal to 0, x less than 250, increment x plus plus. So this is the counter for delay, for loop for delay, and this for loop is ended with the semicolon. So it is self executing. Only itself will self looping, and it will not connect to next instruction with it. Okay, so next instruction is not connected. So for loop is ended with the semicolon, so no connection of the next instruction with it. So for is ended with semicolon is self looping. It is not iterating the next instruction or next block of instructions. Then P1 is equal to FF. So all the pins of P1, 8 pins of P1 are outputted 1, and then again the delay of for loop. And this executes infinite times while 1 is there. Then same program is there, only repeating for 10 times. Okay. And we have checked here, after building it shows the error, isn't it? So we have to add at this end the forever loop. So it executes 10 times and it remains in the forever execution. Either you can use here for semicolon or while 1. Okay. So same program is there. Only thing we have to do in the Keil Microvision is the Keil Microvision must have program which is always infinite loop. So we have to add here for loop or while 1 loop. After executing this for 10 times, then there is an infinite loop. So after executing this for 10 times, this is infinite loop. That correction we have made, isn't it? Other than this presentation. To understand the logic, this presentation we have discussed. But while executing in the simulating in the while simulating in the Keil package, we have changed this, modified this, or corrected this program, isn't it? Please be keep in this mind. This is a very important step. Otherwise, Keil will not execute it. Please check this correction we have done there. Then this delay we have discussed is some arbitrary delay. It is not accurate up to some time, isn't it? It is arbitrary. Then there is a program to blink all the ports. Till this program we have blinked a single port, suppose P1. Okay. Then there is a program to blink all the ports P0, P1, P2, P3, but sequentially. Once P0 is blinked made on, then delay is there, then P0 and P1 both are made on, then delay is there, then P0, P1, P3 are made on, delay is there, then P0, P1, P2, P3 all 4 are made on, delay is there, and then again all are made 0. The program comes again back to here, and again it will start executing. These delays are again arbitrary. Delays are not exact delays. These are arbitrary. So P0 is made 1, delay is there. This delay is generated with nested for loop. Here we are concept of nested for loop we have seen, isn't it? Nested for loop. Nested for is executing next for loop. One for is having a part of program which is having one more for loop. This is called nested for loop. Okay. So in the after this delay, P1 is made 1111 and P0 is made 1111 and P1 also made 1111. Already P0 was 1. So P0 is again made 1 and P1 also made 1. So sequentially P1 then P0 then P0 and P1 are made high. Okay, all 1. Then nested for loop will generate the delay. Then after that P0, P1, P2 are made high, nested for loop will generate delay. Then P0, P1, P2, P3 are made high, nested for loop will generate delay, and it will go back. It will go back to the first and it will start again from here. Because it is for colon infinite loop, forever loop. So this is forever, isn't it? Then there is a fifth program you can check. What is in the fifth program? Variable declaration is there. Then void, main void and include reg is there. Okay. And the sequential blinking is also asked. Okay, it is also asked the sequential blinking just like the previous program, but it executes a finite times. Let us say 4 times. Only 4 times it is executing, isn't it? Only 4 times it is executing. So the for loop is there for 4 times execution. For loop is for 4 times execution. Okay. Instead of forever loop, it is only 4 times execution for loop. For b equal to 0, b less than 4. B equal to 0, it will execute. B equal to 1, it will execute. B equal to 2, it will execute. B equal to 3, it will execute. 4 times. And b equal to 4, it will not execute because b is less than 4 is a condition. So program is same. P0, P1, P2, P3 are made 0. Delay will be there. P0 is made high FF, delay will be there. Then P0, P1 made FF, delay will be there. Then P0, P1, P2 made FF, delay will be there. Then all 4 P0, P1, P2, P3 are made FF, delay will be there, and it will go back again. And it will execute till 4 times. For B equal to 0, B less than 4, B plus plus. Only 4 times. Again here we have to understand and remember that after this 4 times execution, we must provide here the instruction for forever loop, either for colon or while 1, because in embedded C microcontroller execution, the file must be program must be executing forever, infinite loop. Otherwise, it will give errors. Okay. So this this correction we have done in the kill simulation. Then error was eliminated, isn't it? This we should always keep in the mind. Whenever we have executed this program, we have already simulated this program in the previous lectures. And video are there available on the YouTube. You can check for previous lectures where we have simulated this program, and as it is, it was not having the forever loop because it is asked for only 4 times execution. So forever loop we have not used. So it is giving error. So at the end, after doing this operation, after doing this particular logic, then we have given the forever loop. It will execute 4 times this. That will sequential blinking is done 4 times. It blinks only 4 times and it will go into forever loop, because forever loop is required for the embedded C, okay, microcontrollers. So in this way we have executed it. Then next program is 002FF is sent to port 1, so P1. You can take any port. So it is very simple program again. 00 to FF is to send. Then we will have the inclusion of the header file void main void, and we will define the variable which varies from 00 to FF. So for loop is there. Z is equal to this variable is Z. So Z equal to 0, Z less than or equal to 255 because we have to vary from 00H to FFH, isn't it? So 00H to FFH variation is there. So 0 to 255 and increment Z. And we have assigned P1 equal to Z. So this Z value 0, 1, 2, 3 is assigned to P1. So no delay is given, isn't it? So to observe that, we couldn't observe this output. This output we cannot observe after execution. We have seen this. We have seen in the simulation. In the previous lecture, you can observe this. So we have introduced the delay. Indefinite delay is used. Then the same program we have executed with definite delay also. Accurate delay. So for accurate delay, we have to go for the device setting. So delay is used and it will go on executing and go on outputting 00, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 0A, 0B, 0C, 0D, 0E, 0F, then 10 again. 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, then 20 and so on up to FF, and again after FF it will become 00, 01 and so on. So this we have seen. Then the program to send the hex values of ASCII character. As we know, the ASCII character are characters which are American Standard Code for Information Exchange. These are 128, 256, and these are coded binary. Now if ASCII character 0 is there, its code is 30H. Hex code is 30H. Okay. If we say 0 ASCII character, then its coding, its value in the hexadecimal is 30H. If we are coding ASCII 1, that is ASCII 1 is there, ASCII character 1, then its code, its value in hex is 31H, and so on. Values of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ASCII is 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35H. And if we are having capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D, then their coded values are 41H, 42H, 43H, 44H, etc. Okay. For hex values of these are the hex values for ASCII 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. And we have observed this, isn't it? What we have done is REG 51 header file is included, void main void. Then we have taken the array. mynum is the name of the array, variable name, mynum. Array, why it is array? Because the square bracket, empty square bracket is there in front of name. And then it is equated with the elements of array. If we equate it in the square bracket, it will become hex numbers. 0, 1, 2 will become hex. 0 will become 00H. 1 will become 11H. Sorry, 1 will become 01H. 2 will become 02H. But we have put it into the inverted comma. In inverted comma, the symbol will become ASCII character. Okay. To give the ASCII character, input the ASCII character, either we have to put it into curly bracket with semicolon, comma, or we can put it into inverted bracket. So putting into curly bracket also one program we have discussed, and we have also simulated that. Next program is there, putting into semicolon. Then this is the array which is having the first element 0 ASCII, 2 ASCII, 3 ASCII, 4 ASCII, 5 ASCII, A ASCII, B ASCII, C ASCII, and we have one Z variable, and that Z variable is varied in the for loop Z equal to 0, Z less than 10, Z plus plus. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the 10 different values, and these are indicating the index of the port. What do you mean by index of the port? So my num in square bracket Z is used, the value is used. That value indicates my num is a array and it will have 10 variable, 10 various elements. So which element we have to indicate? We have to put the index. Suppose we have to indicate this element, whatever the index is there, that index is put here into. So Z will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 values. So P1 equal to my num, that value maybe 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Accordingly, it will output on the port. P1 is equal to my num Z. So again, this observation by our eye, we have to put the delay. So delay is also put in while simulating. We have discussed, we have seen that we have executed first with the same logic and we couldn't observe anything. So we have put the delay because our eye can perceive how the perception can be identifying able to watch if that image is remaining for 1/10 second. Okay, so within 1/10 second, if all program is executed and every change is happen completed, then we cannot able to watch. So that's why we are putting delay at least 1/10 second or more. So we have included the delay loop here in the simulation. Please remember that. Please use that delay whenever you are simulating. And how that is included, we have discussed in the lecture. You can go to the YouTube lectures, previous lectures, you can find it. Then we have toggling program. Toggling means whatever the bit is there, its value is changed. So if bit is 0, change to 1. If bit is 1, change to 0, and so on. So 55 and A are complementing pair. So bits in the 55 are just opposite in the AA. So wherever the 0 is there in the 55, in AA it is 1. Wherever 1 is there in the 55, in AA it is 0. So if you send 55 and then AA, it will be appearing as a toggling. Toggling means 1 becomes 0, 0 becomes 1. 0 becomes 1, 1 becomes 0. But again, all the things are same, include void, main void, in a repeat forever. Forever loop is there. Okay, repeat forever. And P1 equal to 55, P2 equal to A. So this in OX indicates hex binary. Okay, simple program is there, but we cannot observe the toggling. So again we have to introduce the delay. Here is one delay, here is another delay. First we have introduced the indefinite delay, and then we have introduced the exact delay also. And we have changed this complementing pair of the values 0, 0, FF, 0, 1, isn't it? FE, 0, 2, FD, and so on. F0, 0, F, 0, F0 is also used. We have checked all these combinations. And you can generate any number of combinations. Various combinations are there. So, to observe the toggling, we have introduced the delay. The indefinite delay, accurate delay, all this. Okay. Then observe here, these are the also having the ASCII values, and they are enclosed in the curly bracket. Okay. So 1 is having the value 1, but minus 1 is having the value ff. 2 is having 2 value in the hex, minus 2 is fe, and so on. So this program sends values minus 4 to port P1, and again they are stored in the mynum array, and the same z is there working used as a variable which can be working as a pointer. So for that for loop z equal to 0, z less than equal to 8, because there are total 8 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 values. So z equal to 0, z less than equal to 8, z plus plus. This for loop is there, no semicolon at the end of for loop, and this for loop is having the next instruction as a part. So P1 equal to mynum, here z is a part of the for loop. So as long as for loop executes, P1 equal to mynum z also executes along with it, and whatever the value of z, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be put into the square bracket of mynum. So z is acting as an index for mynum. Okay. So this is the logic, and while executing this will give error, and we have included the infinite loop at the end of this. Then it will start executing. It will be not having any error. And we have observed first no such values, these values. Then we introduce the delay also. If you introduce the delay, you can observe it. Then indefinite delay is also used. Definite accurate delay also can be used for 1 second, half second, 1/4 second, and so on. So till now we have discussed the outputting to complete port. It is possible to output to single bit also. We can use the single bit, yes bit we can use. Yes bit. Okay. So this is yes bit. Yes bit space my bit, you can give any name, equal to P1 hat 0. This is P1 hat 0 is P1.0, means it is a port 1 and its 0th pin. Port 1 its first pin, P1.1, P1 hat 1, P1.2, P1 hat 2. So it is port 1, pin number 1 or pin number 2. Okay, so this is declared outside main. It is before main. Okay, it is declared before main, isn't it? This yes bit is there, which is used here to declare, and this is outside the main, before main. Then void main void is there, then unsigned z is there in pointer, and for z equal to 0, z less than 50,000, increment z. So 50,000 times we have outputted my bit equal to 0 and my bit equal to 1. So my bit is a variable name for pin number 0 of port 1. So P1 will have pin number 0, and for that the name given is my bit, and my bit, that means port P1 pin number 0 is outputted 0 1, then 0 1. But we cannot observe it, then we have to put the delay here. We have checked this by putting the delay in the simulation, indefinite delay and definite delay, both case. Okay, you can check the previous lectures. You can put the definite delay, you can put the accurate delay, you can put the indefinite delay. Okay, so this is for single bit, only one bit, or individual bit can be modified. Okay, individual bits can be modified. Again the toggling is there. Now this is the program to write the function. How to write the function that we have discussed, we have simulated also. This program we have discussed, in which function is there, ms delay is the function, and this function is having the delay which can be accurately called for. So either 250 millisecond, 500 millisecond, 300 millisecond, 1000 millisecond as 1 second, 2000 millisecond, that is 2 seconds, and so on. And we can have that much delay accurately. For that we have to go for selecting device DS89C420 with a crystal frequency 11.0592 megahertz, and we can include the file REG51H, and we can have the definition of the function at the start. Definition of the function. When we are using any function, we have to define the function before this main. Before main, we have to define the function. Before void main void, we have to define the function. Function is void ms delay unsigned int. This is the definition of the function. ms delay is the name of the function. Okay. ms delay is the name of the function, and it is not returning anything, so it is void. But it is having the argument, so argument is unsigned integer. Argument means whatever the variable we are passing into it. Okay. So this is the function definition. Then void main void is there, main function is there, and in the curly bracket of opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket of the void main is there. This is the body or block of the main, opening bracket, closing bracket. Under main there is a while one, that is repeat forever, and curly bracket opening and closing for while one. So this is P1 0x55 P1 A55. Suppose this is the toggling problem, and we are using here the function. We are calling the function. Okay. Function is defined here. Function is called here. 2 times we have called. Anytime you can call. Call means we are using the function. So ms delay is the name of the function. Into bracket we are passing the value, variable. You can pass here a variable. You can define x variable and you can assign x equal to 250, and you can write ms delay bracket x. X is having 250 value, and you can pass it to the ms delay. Okay. You can change the value 250 to 300, 250 to 500, 250 to 100, 1000, and so on. Okay. Because it is variable, we can change the value of variable. Simple. So this passed value or variable 250 is considered as I time. This is the name of the variable. I time is the name of the variable into the function, and this is called function program. Here we have written what is the function program. Actually, what is the function is written after the main body, main of program of the embedded C. Okay. Void is a main program. After main program, the functions are written. Here one function is defined, so one function program. If we can define two functions, two different functions, three different functions, so accordingly we will write the functions, programs, one by one. So here after main, the void ms delay into bracket unsigned integer, unsigned int, I time. I time is the variable name. You can give integer x, y, whatever. Okay, here. So I time is the name of the variable. So this variable is now 250 because we are, while calling, we are using 250. Here if you have used 500, I time will equal to 500. Again it is called, here it is used 300, I time will be 300. While calling, what is the value passed? That is assigned to this variable I time. Okay. So this is the opening curly bracket of the function. This is the closing curly bracket of the function. So this is the block of the function. These are the instructions. Unsigned integer I and j. For I equal to 0, I less than I time. See, this I time is used here. Okay. So I equal to 0, I less than I time, I plus plus, and for j equal to 0, j less than 1275, j plus plus, and This function is used here. This program, these instructions will be executed whenever ms delay is called. Again, if ms delay is called, all these instructions will be executed with I time value given in this bracket. So if this bracket is given I time value 1000, it will be executed equal I time equal to 1000. If this bracket is written I time equal to 300 or 400 or 500, so next time it will be executed with I time value for 500. If both the brackets are written 250, I time every time will be executed with 250. So this is called writing of the function, using the function. How the function is there, that also we have discussed, we have seen, and we have executed also, we have simulated also, isn't it? But for having the exact value of the time, we have to use this DS89C42 device, and crystal we have to set 11.0592 megahertz. This we have uh, used it and simulated it. While simulating it is discussed in the lecture. You can go for previous lectures, you can observe this, which are available on the YouTube. So these are the accurate delays which are used. Again, accurate delay toggling is used. Okay. Then we have defined a variable for port name. For port name, instead of P1, P2, we can define the name for the port. That also one program we have discussed. Define the name for the port LED P2, and we can check whether the port name can be assigned the 0, whether the port name can be incremented. Okay, P2, where the port name is directly used or the variable name LED is used. P1 is a directly port name. LED is the defined port name for P2. Okay, this we have discussed. Then the program again for function we are making all the IO lines of P1 1. Okay, while 1 infinite loop, my byte equal to P1, get a byte from P1. My byte equal to P1 means what? Till now we are having the logic P1 equal to something, isn't it? Port 1 equal to something, isn't it? Till now we are having port 1 equal to something. That means to the port 1 we are assigning something. To the port 1 we are outputting something. So if we are outputting to the port 1 something, that means port 1 is output port. If port 1 is output port, we can connect the relay or LED to the port 1. And if we output 1, LED will be on. If you output 0, LED will be off. If the LED anode is connected. If cathode is connected, other way around. Okay. This logic you have used in all the programs, previous all programs till now. If P1 equal to something, that something is outputted to P1. Outputted to P1 means P1 is acting as output port. But port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3 are having the IO lines. IO lines. Port 0 is having 8 IO lines. Port P1 is having 8 IO lines. IO lines, isn't it? IO lines means what? port 0, port P1, port 2, port 3, P0, P1, P2, P3, all are having 8 IO lines each. Total 32 IO lines are there in the 4 ports. What do you mean by IO lines? IO lines means input output lines. That means those 8 lines in each port, those 32 lines of all 4 ports are IO lines, means input output lines, means those lines can be used as input as well as output. Either they can be used as input or they can be used as the output. You can use it as input, you can use it as output. One time one. That is either it may be input, then it cannot be output. If they are output, they cannot be input. We have to change its definition if you want to use accordingly. So till now we have seen the instructions as the IO lines used as output lines. Now for outputting P1 equal to something should be there. Now what it is done here? Some variable is equal to P1. Okay. Now P1 is equated to something, some variable. Isn't it? P1 is equated to some variable. That means what? P1 value is saved in other variable. P1 value is saved in my byte variable. So one byte is there. One port is having 8 bits, na? So get a byte from P1. That means P1 value is taken in the microcontroller and saved in the variable. Means P1 is read now. Means P1 is input now. Input port. P1 is input port. Some devices, some circuit is, some sensor is connected to P1 and we are reading the sensor value. We are not outputting to the LED or relay. We are reading, we are inputting from the external circuit. So these ports can be used to connect external circuit which can be driven or which can be read from them, external circuit. That means we can use this microcontroller for reading the sensor and for writing to the external circuit, driving the relay. That means we can use in this project for reading whether the light is present or not, and if light is not present, we can output for turning on the light bulb. We can turn on the light bulb. Isn't it? We can sense the soil is wet or dry, and if the soil is dry, we can turn on the irrigation motor. Correct? So port is used for inputting and another port is used for outputting. One port is used for each time for one type of the function. Okay, either input or output. So P1 is read. P1 is read. That means get a byte from P1. Now here P1 is on the right side of the equation. P1 is on the left side of the equation. That means P1 is outputted the value, and P1 is right side means P1 is read for the variable and stored into the variable. So this program, byte of the data is taken from P1, wait for half second and then send to P2. We have to read P1, send to P2 and check whether that value, what is the value on the P2. Okay. So how to read the P1? So my byte equal to P1. My byte is a variable equal to P1. Okay. So P1, whatever the value is there, that P1 value is stored into my byte variable. There is a calling of the delay. This is the delay. MS delay 500. And that my byte variable is now assigned to P2. So P2 is the output port. P1 is the input port. And main is having this opening and curly brackets. This is the block of the main void main. Then there is unsigned character my byte. It is the variable name declared. Then P1 is assigned 0xFF. So P1 is having value 0xFF. Here P1 is acting as a output port, isn't it? Make P1 as the input port. Whenever we want to use a port as the input port, whenever we want to use P1 as the input port, whenever we want to use P1 or declare the P1 as the input port, we have to output P1 with FF. This will tie up the pull-up registers. Okay. We have discussed the pull-up registers in the theory. So if you want to use P1 as the input port, we have to write immediately after the variable declaration, we have to write P1 equal to 0xFF. If you execute the instruction P1 equal to 0xFF, then P1 can be used as input port in the program next to that. To make P1 input port, we have to equate P1 with 0xFF. Okay. So here in this program, we are using P1 as the input port, P2 as the output port. For using output port, directly we can assign the value to the output port. So it will become output port. It will go to the output of the port. But for using input port, we have to assign first the FF value to that port at very start of the program. So P1 equal to 0xFF. Make P1 input port. While 1, infinite loop. This is the opening curly bracket. This is the closing curly bracket of the while 1. Then my byte equal to P1. So P1 value is stored into my byte. Call of the delay MS delay 500 and P2 is equal to my byte. My byte is equated to P2. So P2 is the output port. P1 is read and it is given to P2. And this is the function program, function writing. It is called function writing. Void MS delay unsigned integer I time, unsigned integer I and j for I is equal to 0 less than I is less than I time, I is incremented for j is equal to 0, j less than 1275 and j is incremented. So this is the function MS delay. So do you understood? We can use the port as the output port. We have seen many programs. We can use the port as the input port. Here P1 is used as the input port. P1 is read in the program. But making any port as an input port, after the declaration of the variables, we have to output FF on it. So we have to assign FF to that port. So P1 equal to 0xFF is executed. So that makes P1 output port. That makes the P1 output port. Okay. This made the P1 output port. P1 equal to 0xFF. That made the P1 output port. This we have to remember here. Whenever the port is used as output port, we have to execute this command. Either P1 or P0, P2, whatever. P1 equal to 0xFF. Then P1 can be read. P1 my byte is equal to P1. Then my byte can be assigned to P2. P2 is the output port. Okay. You understood? So this is one more thing we have learn today. Okay. Whenever any port can be used as the input port. Any port can be read, either 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. To read that port, we have to make that port as an input port. To make the port input port, we have to write FF on it. That means we have to output FF on it. To make P1 as an input port, what we have executed? P1 equal to 0x FF. So we have written FF on P1. P1 equal to 0x FF. And then in the program we can use P1 as the input port. That means we can read the P1. Get a byte from P1. That is my byte equal to P1. Okay. And then the P1 is read. Whatever the value on the P1 is there, that is stored in the my byte, and then my byte is variable can be assigned to P2 according to the program. Program is telling that we have to read the P1 and get the value and wait for half second and then send to P2. So this is the logic of the program. Okay. Then next is the program to get a byte of data from P0. Again the same. We have to get the byte from the P0. Okay. Now we have to read P0. Get a data from P0 means we have to read P0. Get a byte of data from P0. Okay. We have got the data from P0. Then check that data. We have to check that data. If it is less than 100, if that P0 data is less than 100, okay, we will have the checking, comparing less than 100, isn't it? Send it to P1. We have to send to P1. If it is less than 100, send to P1. Otherwise, send to P2. Okay. So there are 3 ports we have to use. P0, P1, P2. So we have to get the data from this. If data is less than 100, send to this. If data is more than 100, send to this. Read P0, data is less than 100, send to P1. Read P0, data is more than 100, send to P2. Read P0, data is more than 100, send to P1. Read P0, data is more than 100, send to P2. Less than 100, P1. More than 100, send to P2. This is the logic. Okay. So we have to read the P0. Again the same thing we have to do. First we have to assign P0 FF to make it input port. So P0 is input port and P1 and P2 are output ports. Okay. Include REG51H, that is a header file inclusion is there, void main void is there, unsigned character. This should be R, isn't it? Unsigned character my byte is there. Okay. Then P0 is equal to 0xFF. Make a P0 as input port. Make a P0 as input port. P0 is 0xFF. Make a P0 as input port. While 1, infinite loop. So if P0 is FF executed, then it will become input port. Then while 1, infinite loop. My byte, this is the variable, my byte equal to P1. My byte equal to, sorry, P0. My byte equal to P0. P0 is now input port. It is get a byte from P0. 1 byte contains 8 bits. So 8 IO lines are there in P0. So all 8 IO lines will have 1 bit information each. So total 8 IO lines will make 8 bits. 8 bits is nothing but 1 byte. Okay. Get a byte from P0. P0 is read. The value or information data on P0 is read into stored into my byte. My byte is a variable which is defined here, isn't it? So this is a my byte equal to P0. If my byte is less than 100, this is one condition. P1 equal to my byte. Then send to P1. P1 is output port. Send it to P1 if less than 100. Else P2 equal to my byte. So my byte is more than 100 or equal to 100. It is sent to P2. Send it to P2 if more than 100 or equal to 100. Okay. So this is the curly bracket of the main void main. This is the total block of the instructions for main. This is while one infinite loop. So this is the curly bracket for while one, opening and closing, and this is the block of instructions for while. So in this way, byte of data from P0 is read. If the data on P0 is less than 100, it is sent to P1. If the otherwise, that means data is more than 100 or equal to 100, it is sent to P2. Here also the port P0 is read. Previous program also port P1 is read. Here also port P0 is read. Any port you can read, any port you can write. Okay. So in this way, this is one more program to read the port. Port is read, isn't it? One more program to read the port. Port is read. Correct? Then program to toggle only bit. Single bit. Toggling single bit we have seen already. We have simulated also. Toggling a single bit we have simulated. Program to toggle only bit P2.4 continuously without disturbing the rest of the bits of P2. P2.4 means P2.4. P2 is second port P2, which will have 8 different bits. Okay. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 8 bits are there. Program to toggle only P2.4. So only this bit is toggled. Okay, this bit is toggled only. It is made 1 and made 0. Made 1 and made 0. Whatever are the other bits are there, 765, 3201. These bits are not changed, not disturbed, not disturbed. If they are 1, they are kept 1. They are 0, they are kept 0 as it is. No change. This is the logic. And this we have discussed already. We have evaluated, we have simulated also on the Keil macrovision. So toggling means 4 bit is 2.4 bit is 0 is there made 1, 1 is there made 0 continuously. So yes bit, my bit, P2 hat 4 is defined, that is my bit is the variable name for P2.4. Okay, single bit declaration it is called. Then main void main, curly bracket for main void main, while one, infinite loop, then my bit equal to 0, my bit equal to 1, my bit is this variable name, yes bit, my bit equal to P2.4, 2 hat 4. So my bit is 2 hat 4, P2 hat 4 is made 1, P2 hat 4 is made 0. So turn P2.4 on and turn P2.24 off. So in this way, this is the program to toggle a single bit. This is the program to toggle a single bit. Only one bit is toggled. And this program also we have discussed and simulated also. We have simulated this program, such program. Now what is the change we have to add into this program? So there is no delay, so we cannot observe the single bit changing. Okay. So to observe that change, we have to introduce delay after this instruction, after this instruction. So delay are introduced. So delay may be indefinite or delay may be precise, accurate delay. You can use, you can go for. Okay. So we have to introduce the delay into this. Only the thing is there. To observe it, observe the port on the in the peripheral menu. We can enable the port P2 and we can observe it. But to observe it, some delay is required so that sufficient time the change will remain in the on the display and we can detect it. Our eye can detect it. Our eye is having the limitation capability to detect for 110 second. If the image remains for 110 second. If it changes before 110 second, it will mix the images. Okay, due to the persistence of the vision. And we cannot observe it very clearly. So this program we have executed. So we will stop today for the embedded system. Thank you.